This video is about forgiveness. We had a Sabbath school lesson where we had to find a story in the Bible about forgiveness. Usually when there's a situation where forgiveness is involved, it's two people. There's one person who has been done wrong to, and then there's the other person that did the wrong. I found a story where it involves three people. It's a little triangle. There's the person A that had something wrong done to them, person B that did the wrong, and then person C is asking A to forgive B. That story is the story of Philemon. So Philemon, or some people say Philamon. So I'm just going to read it to you. It's the book of Philamon, or the book of Philemon. Paul, a prisoner of Jesus Christ. So Paul, the Apostle Paul, right? He's been preaching the gospel of Jesus and he was put in jail. And Timothy, our brother, so we know Timothy is there as well. Unto Philemon, our dearly beloved. So Philemon, he's a leader in the Colossian church, and he's a fellow laborer. And to our beloved Apphia and Archippus, our fellow soldier. These are two other people. It seems like they're in the same house with Philemon, so maybe it's his wife and their offspring. I just say they're the converts because I don't know. I thank my God, making mention of thee always in my prayers, hearing of thy love and faith, which thou hast toward the Lord Jesus and toward all saints. Right there, Paul is doing a little buttering up. He's laying the groundwork. He's telling Philemon that he knows he has love for all the saints. So this is how he's starting. He hasn't even told him what he's writing to him about yet. I beseech thee for my son, whom I have begotten in my bonds. So Paul is writing about this servant that he has affection for like a son, which in time past was to thee unprofitable. So somehow Onisimus wasn't beneficial to Philemon in the past, but now profitable to thee and to me. So something changed in Onisimus, and now he profits or is beneficial to both of them. Whom I have sent again. So Paul is taking Onisimus and he's sending him back to Philemon in this changed state. Thou therefore receive him, that is mine own bowels, whom I would have retained with me, that in thy stead he might have ministered unto me in the bonds of the gospel. So it appears that this change in Onisimus is that he's grown in the gospel and his change has been recognized. For perhaps he therefore departed for a season. So even though Onisimus left Philemon, Paul is suggesting that he only left for a break. That thou shouldest receive him forever. Paul is saying Philemon should take him back. Not now as a servant, but above a servant, a brother beloved, specially to me, but how much more unto thee, both in the flesh and in the Lord. So Paul asked Philemon to move on from the past relationship and treat Onisimus as an equal brother, as a believer. And if you remember in the beginning, he says he knows he loves all the believers. If thou count me therefore a partner, receive him as myself. If he hath wronged thee or oweth thee aught, put that on mine account. So Paul says he'll pay Onesimus's debts for him. So this is a story in the Bible about forgiveness that involves three people. It doesn't tell us if Philemon agrees or not, but that's the story. What are your thoughts?